Welcome back, gamers. Welcome back to the channel. John Boy here. I'm at 50 subs! Thank you so much for subscribing and watching my videos. It is a lot of fun for me, and I'm happy that you're enjoying it too. Today I am ranking Star Wars Battlefront 2 Saber heroes on the light side. I think there's 5 of them, and as you can see, I'm Yoda here. Yoda's my least favorite. He's coming in at number 5. I'll give you my reasoning. I don't mind that he's small, but when I'm lunging, and I'm a dual player. I don't really play Supremacy, and I don't really mess with Yoda like against clones and stuff. But I don't like his lunge. When I'm going against Saber heroes, when he lunges at them, it's like the other guys that I'm fighting are experienced enough to where they dash, they move, their movement's really well, and then Yoda's lunge is like I'm hitting, and it's like it just feels so weird with his size. I just don't care for it at all. It's never felt right. I just don't care for it. His block, his stamina, it's good. You know, you can't. It's nothing impressive. It's nothing terrible. It's okay. His dash is good. It's effective. You can't block it either, so that's a plus. And he has extra health. But the biggest thing, it's the lunge. It's just he doesn't feel right, and when he don't feel right, I've never done good with Yoda, so he's coming in at number 5. Big time. Next, at number 4, I don't know
like sand,
how people are gonna react to this.
And rough and irritating.
It's Anakin.
And it gets everywhere.
And I have some better reasonings behind this one. He's strong. He's the chosen one. It's cool. He's aesthetically pleasing. I mean, you're playing Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader before he's Darth Vader. Like, that's freaking awesome. His health is fantastic. 900. I think that's the most on any light side hero, and second, I think overall, other than Vader. But his stamina, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's just swinging. So let's say you're playing heroes versus villains, and Iden is shooting at you while you're blocking 2 guys, or you're doing this or that. It's like your stamina is just out the window. But it's like, okay, well, hold on, John. You can just do that and get him away from you. I could. But any decent player knows that that's a pretty easy counter, and if I wanted to build this up, I can still get hit. I'm still getting hit. I'm taking damage. Yeah, it's just a freaking clone trooper who's a stupid AI. But imagine if it's like 3 guys. You got Vader, Iden, Maul, just all going ham on you. It's terrible. Why would I want to do that? And then also, his L1 ability, it's good against Boba Fett, don't get me wrong, but the time it takes to do that animation, that little window of time right there, I can get hit. I can take damage while that's happening. It's not great. So, and Passionate Strike.
You're not gonna like this.
That's like the one, maybe the second coolest thing about Anakin. It's an unblockable, I think it's unblockable. That makes more sense. But you can't block it. You just can't, and that's great. But other than that, yeah, Anakin, number 4 spot all day, baby. Number 3.
Are you offering me a job?
We have Rey, just Rey. She didn't have a last name, okay? Just Rey. Now Rey is fast. She can move around quick. She swings so quickly. I think it's like, and she has that kick right there, just like ObiWan. He has that kick that he does. And it gets another quick damage onto your enemy. Now her abilities, her dash, it's awesome. I sort of think of it almost like Obi-Wan's defensive rush, because yeah, you can block it, but if you're quick and you're good with your movement, you can get around the player and hit him in the back. And what's great about Rey's dash is that you can knock the enemy on the ground and then bop, 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 get some extra hits on them, which is fantastic. In Heroes versus Villains, sometimes this works, And all this does, for those of you who don't know, it's kind of hard to see because everything's white as hell. But it just reveals where the enemies are behind walls. And that's great, but I'm a dueler, and so really that doesn't really come to play. And then her R1, that right there, it inverts the enemy's controls. You may be thinking, all this sounds great. Why is she number 3? Well, because when you're fighting experienced players, it's kind of easy to counter the invert, and it's pretty easy to counter that as well, the dash. So, I just think she can take damage, but she can also give a lot of damage, and so I think number 3, she's a well-balanced character. She's good, she can go either way. If you're an experienced player, you can use her really well. If you're not, maybe not the one for you. So number 3 for Rey, just Rey. Okay, now before I go any farther,
standing by.
I feel like I might upset some people with this decision here. I might be upsetting everybody by these decisions. And this is just my own play style, right? This is how I play the game, this is how I use the characters, and how I've grown as a Star Wars hero user. Luke. Luke is fantastic, don't get me wrong. Being number 2 is definitely not a bad thing. Here's the thing. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't even know if I should even put him at number 2. I'm going to, but let's just look at his abilities, right? What's great about Luke is that obviously that gets people away from you, right? You can push them away, but what makes it better between him and Anakin, Anakin can't jump and push, right? Anakin has to be on the ground to do that ability. And the window of time that Luke does, that push, is so little that you don't have to worry about, oh, my character's doing the pull animation, I'm Anakin, and I'm still getting hit. You don't have to worry about that. Also, that pushes people away. I can't do that in the air because it has to be on the ground because it's a smash thing, and what's cool about it, there's a star card for Luke that you put damage on your opponent, even if they're blocking. And then the dash. Luke is fast. He can do that. He can, movement-wise, Luke is fast, and it's Luke Skywalker. So Luke is an easy second for me, because of those things. Plus, I mean, come on, it's freaking Luke Skywalker. So yeah, Luke is number 2.
You haven't begun without me, have you?
Clearly now, I guess you might have already guessed, Obi-Wan. Now, again, let me just reiterate again. This is my own personal preference of how I play the game. And again, I am just a dueler. Heroes versus villains, heroes showdown. It would change and if I was in Supremacy. But let's start with number 1. Look at Obi-Wan's stamina. That stamina is out of this world. I can sit here for so long, take blaster shots, I can block lightsabers, Palpatine especially, fantastic. No one can block explosives, but that's the first one that makes me go, wow, Obi-Wan is fantastic. His push, I don't really care for it. It works a lot of the times, but again, it's that animation, that time, that window of time that it takes to do something like that. But the real thing that makes me put Obi-Wan at the top is his mind trick. It doesn't work on I guess it does work on them, but again, I'm a dueler. And so if I'm going up against a Darth Vader really shines with his focused rage, his choke, or all of his abilities. So if I put that on him, he can't use those abilities. And so then I'm just going after Vader and his terrible stamina and his terrible movement of jumping in the air being so slow. It's easier to fight literally anybody when they don't have their abilities. So I think a lot of people can agree that Obi-Wan is a great counter against Vader. Obi-Wan's a great counter against Grievous. He's a great counter against Darth Maul, against pretty much everybody. And so that's why, one of the reasons why I have Obi-Wan in the top. Easily. His defensive rush now, his R1 ability, this right here.
Speed this up.
It's the same with Rey's dash, that yes, you can block it and you can get away from that, but if you're an experienced player, you know how to move really well, you can get around them and get a high damage on them. It's fantastic. Obi-Wan is hands down the number one. He's the number. Why is it so bright right there? Jeez. Yeah, Obi-Wan. Oh, jeez, dude. He is the best. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I plan on doing Dark Side as well. That'll probably be my next video as well. I think if this video does well, and if y'all, the people who I will probably offend with my ranking system, I will get back into Supremacy and the regular multiplayer and kind of feel out, or at least just from my own experience, because I've played it. Don't get me wrong, I've played, and I know that it's a different ranking system for those game modes. But if you want to see that, and you enjoyed this, and you enjoy how I'm ranking these guys, let me know and I'll do it.
No time for
but yeah, other than that, thank you for watching. If you want to nerd out with Star Wars, consider subscribing. I'm doing it. Star Wars for you and for my heart. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all later.